This is the EURCAD and I'm involved in a breakout pattern and playing for a retest of the structural lows. So what I'm looking at is this, and I've been looking at it for a long time. We have a swing in the market, a directional move, and then we have the market coiling like this. Now if you was looking at this in real time or last week, then this is where we were up to, and this here did not come to retest that, and so it was an indication that we were coiling or as a minimum channeling. Now because of the size of this trade, my usual target would have been the 127. However, this is a massive trade on the dailies. I'm not doing that, and what I've done is I've been monitoring this. You can see that if this is correct how we drew out the channel, we broke out the channels. The only problem is we never violated this main structure level just here, but nevertheless if we have broken out of this channel here, this is an indication that we can come back down for another retest and go lower. Now what interests me is yesterday the candle yesterday, we put in this indecision candle right here, and what I'm just going to do then is I'm just going to highlight that wick. So from the close of the candle to the top of the wick, because we could get, oh, that didn't take, 1 second. When we see this formation where we see a massive rally, a big bull candle followed by an indecision candle or a doji, very often we end up with a beautiful 3-bar reversal. And it only tends to happen after we see this big rally. Now what concerns me is that we're not right up at the very top of this structure level, so you have to bear that in mind. So let's drop down to the 240 and take a look at what we've got. There isn't a great deal on the 240, so in actual fact what I'm just going to do is I'm actually going to go to the, can I do it from here? 1 second. Okay, we technically have not violated, so I'm going to put in 2 structure levels, which is from this point, and I'm going to make these a different colour. We'll make them yellow and fatten them up a bit, and the very tops here. Okay, so these are the wicks that we're in now. So anywhere within these zones we can look for double tops, double bottoms, so I'm allowed to drop 1 time frame lower. Okay, so we have a few things. We've got a swing in the market, we've got a directional move giving us a left shoulder, we've then got a double headed or a double top or a double headed potential head and shoulders, and you can see right here we've actually put in a nice 3-bar reversal on the second test. We do have the RSI which went oversold with divergence. Okay, and if we look left for where this came in at structure, well, it's all over the place, and this is what concerns me. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, little test there, little test here, 7, 8, a few tests here, again all minor, here, 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 here. Let's just keep going. There's an awful lot of it, but it's all small and it's all random. It's all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missed that one there. 6. Another 2 here. So you can see it's an area that's certainly seen a reaction in the past. I'm now just going to bring these up to this level, so the closes of the wicks to the highs of the wicks, and re-look at it. And we still have this. Nope, nope. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, that's still valid. Minor level, minor. Nope. Yep, they're still valid. Yep, they're still valid. Still valid. That's not valid. Valid, valid, valid. Put those arrows the wrong way, but they're valid, valid. Still valid, 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 valid. Lots here that are valid. Here as well. Valid, valid, valid. So you can see it's right in the middle of a huge consolidation area where we've seen reactions and small reactions, big reactions. So isn't phenomenal for a double top, but let's just break it down again. We have a daily breakout pattern that's broken out. We have a big bull candle followed instantly by a doji, and today we're trading at the higher end of the new candle. On the 240 we have failed to put in a new high since this level because of the wicks. If we go to the 60, we have a nice looking potential head and shoulders, which is a double headed head and shoulders, and we have a 3-bar reversal just here. So if I bring back on the orders, the double top is here on the 60, so I've gone an 80R above the high, which is currently 11. I'm actually going to make it 12. So the risk on this trade is 32, but the reward is 130, and I'm playing for 5 pips above that 149 psychological number, above the start of the pole. And if we go to the dailies, I'm actually above the closes of the candles. Okay, so one thing to bear in mind is that the structure level, while there are multiple structure levels, it doesn't set up, there isn't 3 or 4 key levels for me where we've seen a massive turning point. So but I'm taking the trade because we have a great reward to risk, and we don't need many of these to come off in order for us to be putting profit. In fact, we have a 3, 6, 9, 12 over a 4-to-1 reward to risk, so I can take 2 or 3 of these losses and still be in profit on the 4th one. So bear that in mind if you are taking this trade. We're here on the EURCAD and we are coming to the end of this trade. I have already moved to break even. We are 7 pips away from target. As you can see, we are currently 120 pips up. I would anticipate in the next hour, given the fact that we've had this big bearish candle, that we are going to rally down and hit those targets. So let's wait and see if we get those targets hit. And we're back for the final update, and it took a while, but we eventually in the night came back down. So you see we had this little pop to the upside and we came down. My targets were at 149.05. We spiked past them by 2 pips, and I was just taken out there for 130 pips. Not a bad trade considering we risked 32 pips there. So that was over a 4-to-1 reward to risk. And while these don't appear that often, this type of reward to risk, they do appear if you have the right strategies, the right entry technique, you know how to read price action, you take into account fibs, psychological numbers, pattern formations like 3-bar reversals like we used here. And all of those things, they're all, in fact, the breakout pattern as well, the bigger picture breakout pattern that we spoke about. And if we go out to the dailies, I think I mentioned in the first part of this video that we could see a 3-bar reversal. And if I just move this out the way, come on, move out the way, move out the way. Well, I think you can just see it there. We actually got the 3-bar reversal that we were talking about. And you know, it's not, it just comes down to reading price. This is what we saw, and understanding that we were at those structure levels. We'd had the breakout of the pattern, we'd had a lot of confluence, the 3-bar reversal, and we got the move to the downside. So beautiful 130 pips on that trade.